The first of the handicaps on day one at Royal Ascot is the Ascot Stakes over 2.5 miles. Graham Rodway here is going for a David Pipe horse who hasn't run for a while over flat or on the jumps actually, Ash Brittle. What's your understanding, what's your thinking behind this?
Well, I'm pretty sure that this slightly raced 5-year-old is going to land a touch somewhere, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was here. David Pipe has got well, the Pipe team, put it this way, have got a good record. David Pipe himself has only won it once, but his father Martin won it several times. I think it's like 3 times in the last 15 years, something like that. Don't quote me on that, but they've got a good record anyway. Paul Hannigan's booked,
yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
Particularly interesting, and I know that Connections were quite hopeful this will get a run at Cheltenham over hurdles, and it was quite heavily backed to win a race at Kempton because it needed to win the race at Kempton to get into the race at Cheltenham, and was just touched off, beaten into second, and didn't make it into the race they wanted to. At Cheltenham, even though I think they were trying to possibly line up a punt for that day, and ever since then I thought to myself, well, if they couldn't get to Cheltenham, where are they going to go now? And he's had some decent form on the flat in the past, Ash Brittle, and straight away it came to me. I thought, well, maybe they'll go to Royal Ascot with it, and here he is turning up in just the race that I thought he might do, with the champion jockey booked. Don't get me wrong, there's no flashy form in the book or anything like that suggests to me that he's going to go and win it. But his hurdles form, I just thought he struck me as the sort of horse that could win a big handicap, either over hurdles or on the flat. And with the Pipe team, usually the money comes, and I would expect the money to come for Ash Brittle.
David Pipe has 2. He's also got Fueling in there, ridden by Richard Hughes. Why do you think Ash Brittle would be his number 1?
Yeah, that's an interesting one, actually, because Fueling is another one that's been doing well over hurdles and has got decent form. And no word of a lie, they've probably both been plotted up by David Pipe. Neither of them have got the strongest of form. I just, from a long way out, I've seen Ash Brittle as the perfect type for this Ascot Stakes. You know, he stays well. I think the course will suit him. I just think this race sets up nicely for him, and I've never been entirely convinced by Fueling's attitude either. So don't get me wrong; they all both have been laid out, as we're saying, as many of them will have been. But I just prefer Ash Brittle.
Okay, Ash Brittle is then in the Ascot Stakes.